Chris Olivarez of the Texas Department of Public Safety with us now. Lieutenant, good to see you. We said there's little indication that law enforcement is ready for the end of Title 42. Given what we think is going to happen, what you think is going to happen, is it possible to be ready?
Well, I mean, I can tell you right now, leading the state of Texas, we're prepared. We're taking a proactive approach. We've expanded border operations ever since last year. Even when you came down, we are more heavily involved with border operations. When we started Operation Lone Star, which was initiated by Governor Abbott back in March of 2021, we had deployed 500 plus troopers to the border. Right now, we're at 1,500 plus troopers, Texas Rangers, investigators, intel specialists, Marine and air assets, as well as thousands of National Guard that have been deployed to the border. So we are taking a proactive approach to any type of mass migration that we might see, because, of course, we do not want to see what we saw back in September with the Haitian incident in Del Rio. So we are well prepared. We have plenty of assets. We have plenty of manpower, technology, and infrastructure to stop or prevent any type of mass migration that may take place, where we're seeing thousands and thousands that are coming across daily.
At some level, though, there's a limited number of Texas Rangers and Highway Patrol and AirSats and the like. The more people who come across, the more people who get away, right? Because all of you folks are tied up.
Right. And you brought up a good point right now when you were talking about the Godaways. And I think that's one thing that we kind of lose focus on, and the American public are not aware of when we talk about Godaways. Over 300,000 since the fiscal year, as you see right there, October 1st, 62,000 in the loan in the month of March. So these are all known Godaways. What we mean by that is these are people or individuals that have been picked up on a camera, a sensor, or even agents that are out on the field, you know, looking for a foot sign, which is shoe tracks. And I'll bring up something I want to share with you and the viewers here. These are some of the tactics that we're seeing right now with some of these illegal immigrants that are coming across. We talk about Godaways. These are carpet booties. So what they do is they make these booties in Mexico. They are provided to the illegal immigrants, those that are trying to avoid detection, and they put them on their shoes to avoid leaving any shoe tracks. So again, this is a great example. We talk about Godaways and those that go undetected without setting off any sensors, any cameras, or leaving any type of shoe track. So there's thousands more that are getting by that we do not know who's in our country right now. And it's all because of these type of tactics right here that we're seeing along our southern border.
So much of this is a big business for the cartels. When you and I were down there together, we saw them on the other side. Now they're pointing AK-47s at DPS helicopters and the like. Are you all seeing through your intelligence a ramp up of the cartels marketing to illegal immigrants ahead of Title 42? Are they using this to sell their services?
Well, of course. I mean, they've been doing that from the very beginning, ever since last year when we saw the surge of illegal immigrants coming across. And even more so now, it's a perfect opportunity for them to cash in, knowing that Title 42 is going to be canceled on May 23rd. So regardless of the fact, they are still using that. They're still using that messaging to their advantage to let the migrants know that right now the time is to come, because you will be released to the country. And of course, they're going to profit off of that. They're making well over $100 million a week. It's a multi-billion-dollar trade just off human smuggling, and we're not even touching narcotics. So it's a very lucrative business for them, and it's going to continue to be lucrative for them, and it's going to continue to incentivize these cartels and embolden them even more to become even more powerful.
Yeah, you make a good point that the richer they get, the more emboldened they get, and the more they have to protect. Lieutenant, it's always good to see you. Thank you. I know we're going to be talking a lot more, sadly, as this ramps up and the numbers continue to grow. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.